Hello and welcome to this week's video where I'll be doing a Project Life page, not something I do often, and you'll find out why. So first of all, I got this bramble fox with the London skyline ages ago and put it on this card because I knew I did want to do this. I've got lots of different photographs, same photographs printed in different sizes, just in order to do a Project Life page, which, as I say, is something that I don't do very often at all. So I'm just going to be arranging these, trying to work out which ones of the photographs I want to use, and just arranging them where I think they might go. As I say, there are the same photographs more or less, but they've just been printed in lots of different sizes. Now, the reason why I don't do Project Life is because I just cannot get my head around it. I have all of these lovely cards and I can never work out which ones to use. So I've thought of this camera because my cousin has a camera and every photograph he's got a camera around his neck, so I thought that would be a nice way to start. And then I just keep flicking through these and turning them over and trying to work out where they need to go. I like this rainbow one, lots of green, one of my favourite colours. And I thought that might go. And then of course we've got clouds in these photographs, so I'm going to take this plainer cloud one because of the blue in this photograph. I don't want too much other colour. He's wearing a red top and then you've got the blue. I do like that family time, haven't worked out where I'm going to use it yet, and I keep flipping through these. Now I find cards that I like, but they don't go the way I want them to go, and there are lots and lots of faffing around that I do when I try to do a Project Life page. Move things and seem to just spend a lot of time not really getting anywhere. So this is why I don't generally Project Life. These pictures were taken a good number of years ago. They were actually taken in 2006. I have seen lots of pages where people use Project Life and they put lots of cards and beer mats and all sorts of things that they had or acquired during an event. These I don't have anything from this day out. This was a day out when my cousin came over from Canada and we went out for the day. So I don't really have any bits and pieces, tickets, stubs and all that sort of stuff, which I know people use a lot in Project Life, but it's not really something that I've ever really done. So here I keep going through and through and through and through these pages, these cards, trying to work out which ones to use. Now most of them have the same sort of colorings really, so they all could go together. There are a few bits and pieces, ends of kits that I have inherited from people when they've gotten to the end of a kit and they can't use the rest of it. I have been given a few cards, so there are some that don't really go colour scheme wise, but for the most part all of them are pretty much the same colour, so I could use any of them, but I just struggle. And I just don't enjoy it. So this card I thought might go nicely, but it goes portrait, not it goes landscape, not portrait, and all my cards here need to be portrait. Just it just doesn't work for me. But I thought I'd give it a go as something different. I am trying to bring in some of the colours, so moving colours around so that you've not got too much yellow on one side, and thinking about where I've got a particular pattern and if it goes somewhere else on the page, I actually end up with two of the hexagon panels next to one another, which was quite annoying, but when I put them down, they kind of really, I couldn't put them in any other place. As I say, love this rainbow, but then again, I'm going to be covering up most of it, so I decided to take that away and use the family time one. That actually is two Project Life cards. It is a plain background one, and then the writing is like a frame, and I put that down on the page just because I liked it there. So I have finally decided that this is enough faffing and I need to get this page down. So I'm looking at my photographs and working out where I'm going to cut them. The photograph in the middle row at the end, I've cut 2 photographs. I cut the middle out of one, and I'm planning on staggering that one, so the smaller one on top to stagger, and I've made sure the branches of Tower Bridge meet. And I'm looking at this one here. This were my children, and they were really freaked out that somebody discarded an ice cream and turned it, and it's upside down on the ground. And of course, by the time we found it, it was completely melted into a nice puddle, but somehow the cone escaped being trodden on or being moved, and my son's sat there on the step with a cheeky grin on his face with his foot over the cone, thinking whether he'd get told off if he squishes it into the ice cream. And my daughter, although I don't think that was her intention, looks like she's about to kick it from underneath his feet. So I quite liked the photograph, and that had to sort of, one of those nothing sort of moments, but is quite sweet, had to go on this page with the rest of us. So I'm just looking at how I'm going to pop some of these items up on foam pads, and which items I'm going to leave flat on the page. So just popping that one, and there we go, making sure that I line up the bridge in the background with the rest of the photograph. And with the photograph with my son and daughter, I decided to cut the foot and the cone off one of the bigger photographs and my son's head, and I'm going to pop those up just to make it sort of look like a funky, fun thing. I'm also going to use 2 of the cameras, the flat card, and then I'm going to pop the other camera on top that I've cut out, or that I will cut out. And decided to put some liquid pearls, kind of like writing these the liquid pearls on this, just to give it a little bit more oomph, to bring a little bit more of the green out of the various pages, because there's a little bit of green on quite a few of the pages, so it kind of brings that out and brings it into this one card. And it also just brightens it up a little bit, because the card is quite plain. So after I put the liquid pearls on, I've just come in with a paintbrush just to sort of flatten and smooth it down so that I get a smooth edge. I'm going to leave that for a while, and then I'm going to cut it. I am in the meantime doing the sprinkles on the ice cream cone with lots of different liquid pearls. I've popped those all on, and now I'm just going to tap that so that they flatten down and they are rounded when they dry, rather than having any little points to them. And now I'm going to go back to sticking some more of the photographs on and thinking about what journaling I want to do on this page. And as I say, it was a day in London, so we took my Canadian cousins around to sort of orientate them with London. They were staying for a few days visiting various relatives. It wasn't their first visit here, but it was a lovely time for us to get to know one another better. Having part of one of my other hobbies is genealogy, and this cousin is someone that my family had lost contact with many years ago, and I found reconnected with them many years ago. Would be about 20 years now, or even possibly a little bit longer than that. Again, I'm faffing with this page and working out where exactly I'm going to put this. I had another little frame on top that I was going to use and decided not to. This is why I say project life does just frustrate me, but I have a few pockets, and I have quite a number of cards, and I would like to try to use them up and sort of clear these out of my stash. I will no doubt be using them in more scrapbooking 12 by 12 layouts. I don't think I will be doing a lot of project life, and I very much doubt I will actually be recording any if I do, because like I said, it just seems to take me forever moving things about. So after this one's stuck down, we pretty much, the only thing left to do is to do the journaling, to cut around the camera and stick that one down as well. So I'm journaling with a grey pen, and so I've taken the hello out, and I am going to put the date on that, but I seem to be faffing around a little bit more with the ice cream cone. I'm going to put the date now onto this card, and then that will be finished. I don't really want to put anything else on that card. I really love that with the Bramble Fox skyline of London. I think it's absolutely fab. Now I'm going to write about Alex in the picture above. Says, Alex really did want to step on the ice cream cone. Silly things that make you happy. We had a lovely day with the cousins, seeing all over London on the quick, as it was a quick trip round. So you have London Eye, Shakespeare's Globe, or at least the gates of Shakespeare's Globe, and you have photograph of the Golden Hind is the ship in the background of that photograph, and you've also got Tower Bridge. So I'm going to stick down the ice cream cone. I did, after I finished this video and before I took the photographs, I did find another ice cream cone which I absolutely love, so I've put 2 on this. Just checking to make sure that that liquid pearls is dry, and then I've cut round that and I'm sticking that down, and that pretty much is my page. I have done photographs zooming in on the pages, although I have covered people's faces. I've been asked for future videos to make sure that I always cover the children's faces, as they do not really want to appear on camera. And so I have printed out my logo so that I can cover the photographs a little bit, but you can still see what's going on the page. I shan't be doing another Project Life. All right, I'll see you next week. Bye.